Hello everyone, welcome to my channel, The Legit Astrologer. My name is Rajat Kapoor. Today I'm going to talk about the conjunction of the year, Jupiter and Rahu's conjunction, and the fact that they are coming at exact same degree on 27th of May 2023 in the next few days, and how this conjunction is going to have an impact on this world in general and on you, and how to read this conjunction, how to understand some of the things that we should be doing over the next few weeks or few months. And in case you're new to my channel, please subscribe, share it with your friends, and check out the links below in the comment section for my website and where you can reach out to me to book a consultation, and how this transit is going to have an impact on you and how to make the most of this transit in a very positive manner. So Jupiter and Rahu are coming in close contact at the exact degree on 27th of May 2023. So they are going to be conjoined in the sign of Aries in the nakshatra of Ashwini, the third pada, at around 8 degrees. This conjunction holds a very special significance because this is the guru of the devatas, which is Jupiter, and Rahu, which is the karaka for illusion. They are coming together. It also forms a Guru Chandal yoga, though there have been a lot of fear mongering around Guru Chandal yoga. Let's understand this conjunction. Jupiter and Rahu's conjunction could be positive, this could be negative as well. Now this will always depend on who has the greater influence, who has the greater say, which means who has the power during this conjunction. In this video, I'm going to talk about some of the results, some of the impact of this conjunction, how it is going to have an impact or an effect in this world, how this is going to have an effect on you, and how to read this conjunction in a very simple manner. Now let's understand some of the basic elements of this conjunction. What does Jupiter represents? Jupiter represents knowledge, it represents wisdom, teacher, guru. It is the karaka for wealth. It is the karaka for all the knowledge and wisdom in this world. Jupiter is the most influential, most powerful natural benefic planet. It is the biggest planet after the luminary sun. Jupiter is also the karaka for dharma, for fortune. It is the karaka for children. It is the karaka for 4 out of 12 houses in the chart, which is the 2nd house, 5th house, 9th house and the 11th house. It is also one of the karaka for the 10th house. So that means 6 out of 12 houses in a chart, Jupiter is the significator. So it is an important graha for all of us. Jupiter rules the 9th house of fortune, dharma, spirituality, long journeys, father, and also it rules the natural 12th house of loss, 12th house of higher realm, the spirituality, 12th house of your self-consciousness, the sleep, where you like to rest. Jupiter is also called Brihaspati. Brihaspati means he is the lord or the guru of the devatas. This is also a coincidence because as sun or Surya moves through Uttarayan, it is said that when Surya or sun moves or transits through Aries, this is when the devatas rise. Okay, and they are wide awake. So which means that Jupiter has a greater influence during this time for the next few months because it is the guru of devatas. Now let's understand Rahu. Rahu, what does Rahu represent? Rahu is the karaka for expansion. So anything to do with expanding your horizon or elevating something. Whatever graha Rahu gets in contact with or in conjunction with, it expands its significance. It does it for the right reasons. Whether it will act good for the individual or bad for the individual depends on several factors. Rahu is illusion. Rahu is Maya. Rahu is also the one who is immortal. Rahu is the head. It does not have any body. It has a brain, so there's a lot of thinking that Rahu has. Now this thinking can make an individual obsessed with things because Rahu is the one who wants to conquer everything, who wants to take control of everything, because it does not have the body that will act in the right manner. But head is full of thinking, it is full of thoughts, it is full of expansion. The information technology era or the era of artificial intelligence, social networking. This is something which Rahu represents, or Rahu elevates its significance. It indicates gains of all kinds, because Rahu as a planet is very hungry. It wants to eat and continue to feed himself. Jupiter is the only planet, in my opinion, that can control Rahu, because it is the guru for the right reasons. It is the significator of wisdom and knowledge. Now, how to look at this conjunction? Even if they're conjoined in this exact same degree, who has a better strength in this conjunction? Jupiter is making a transit in the sign of Aries, in the nakshatra of Ashwini. Now, Aries is ruled by Mars. Jupiter and Mars share a friendly relationship, which means Jupiter is in a very comfortable position. Jupiter also shares a nice relationship with Ketu, okay, because Ketu is also the karaka for spirituality. Ketu loves wisdom. Jupiter is all about wisdom. Rahu, on the other hand, is not in a friendly sign. He is not in the most comfortable space as he would like to be. He is transiting through the first house of Kalpurusha Kundali. He is making a transit in the nakshatra of Ashwini. Ashwini is all about creation. I'm going to talk about this nakshatra in a bit, but this is where Rahu is not in the most comfortable space, which means that Jupiter is in better strength. Therefore, I can conclude that Jupiter in this conjunction has a greater control, has a greater influence. What Rahu is likely to do in this conjunction is elevate most of the positive aspects of Jupiter, which is knowledge, wisdom, the significance of wealth, higher learning, dharma, spirituality. So this is something which Rahu is likely to expand, because Jupiter has a lot of control over Rahu during this conjunction. And how it is going to affect different individuals depends on several factors, depending on who you worship, whether you pacify Jupiter or whether you pacify Rahu. If you strengthen your Jupiter, this transit is likely to have a positive impact on you. If you have a stronger Jupiter in your chart, this conjunction or this transit is likely to have a stronger impact on you. Who are going to be impacted the most from this conjunction? If you are running a Mahadasha, Antardasha, Pratantardasha of Jupiter or Rahu, if you have grahas in the sign of Aries or in the sign of Libra, because this is where the axis is. If you are running a dasha of Mars, or if Mars plays a role in the dasha or Antardasha, because Aries is ruled by Mars. Also, if there is any time period that is going on which has a link to Surya or Sun. Why? Because Sun gets exalted. At 10 degrees, Sun achieves deepest exaltations in the nakshatra of Ashwini. If Ketu plays a role in any of your ongoing dasha or antardasha, because Ashwini nakshatra is ruled by Ketu, therefore Ketu is also the significator of creation, of new beginnings, then you are going to be impacted by this transit. In addition, since Mercury is also making a transit in Aries during the same time, if Mercury plays a role in any of your dasha, antardasha, then you are going to be impacted by this transit. Lastly, this particular conjunction is being aspected by Saturn. I'm going to talk about this aspect in a bit. However, if you are running a Saturn Mahadasha or Antardasha, or if Saturn plays a role in your current Pratyantardasha, then also you are going to be impacted by this transit. So I can comfortably say that more than 75% of people will have some or the other impact during this transit. Hence, it holds a great importance for mankind, for this world that we are living in, and most of the individuals. Now, before I talk about Saturn's aspect during this transit, now when I make the chart of the time this transit is happening, and for your reference, I have put the chart here. Now, during this time, it is Scorpio rising. Scorpio is the ascendant when Jupiter and Rahu are at the exact same degree, and they are placed in the 6th house along with Mercury, the house of competition, the house of depths. 6th house is also the house of healing. Now, why I mention healing? Because Ashwini as a nakshatra represents healing. It represents medicine. It represents Ayurveda. The connection of twin horses with the nakshatra of Ashwini is due to the fact that the deity of this nakshatra are Ashwini Kumar, the sons of Surya. Ashwini also links to creativity in a very strong manner. I can assess that the impact of this conjunction is going to last for up to 6 months from now. And we can conclude that over the next 6 months, we are going to witness some breakthrough in technology, particularly in the area of medical sciences. There could be some new discoveries, some new inventions, some new medicines, vaccinations, new way of dealing with some of the diseases that can be very helpful for the mankind. I can also say that a lot of people are going to play a role in healing others, helping others, because Ashwini as the nakshatra indicates helpfulness. It also indicates truthfulness. It is an ideal time to get some sort of healing, rejuvenation, and transforming your own self and your body for good. Ashwini as the nakshatra is also very much linked to Ganesha, and Ganesha is the remover of all obstacles. So the ideal remedy during this time is worshipping Lord Ganesha. I'm also going to share a couple of very quick small mantras that you can chant, very simple, which can be quite helpful. By chanting these mantras, it will help you to cope up with any negative impact that this conjunction or the transit may have in your chart. Jupiter is coming in close contact with Rahu. Rahu, that is moving backwards. Jupiter is moving forward. Jupiter is moving at a greater speed. So it is in a pretty good position. It holds a strong position in the sign of Aries. Naturally, it is creating a Raja Yoga because it's the 9th Lord that is making a transit in the first house of the Kalapurusha Kundli. Now, what is likely to expand during this time? It is learning and upskilling. Why? Because Jupiter signifies learning. Rahu signifies new way of doing things, different way of doing things, creativity, thinking out of the box. Hence, upskilling is all about new way of doing things. It is about how you're able to learn and adapt quickly with the changing environment. So this is an ideal time over the next 6 months that you will either by choice or by force upskill yourself. So it is up to you. This conjunction is being aspected by Saturn. Saturn is making a transit in its own sign of Aquarius and is making a third aspect on both Jupiter and Rahu. Saturn's third aspect is a special aspect and it is a 100% aspect. This aspect signifies growth. How does the growth happen? Growth happens through efforts. Saturn's third aspect is about growth through efforts. Now let's understand how these three share a relationship with each other. Saturn shares a pretty much friendly relationship with Jupiter. Rahu does not share a friendly relationship with Saturn, though both of them co-rule the sign of Aquarius. Saturn, if it comes to listening to someone and if there's a choice between Jupiter or Rahu, Saturn is going to choose Jupiter. Why? Because Saturn represents maturity and Jupiter is wisdom. Therefore, Saturn is likely to listen to Jupiter. So this means that over the next 6 months, if you spend time in terms of learning, upskilling, knowledge and sharing of knowledge, expanding your horizon, you could possibly have long-lasting results. These results can be felt over the next few years. Now let's also talk about Ashwini as a nakshatra. Now, Ashwini as a nakshatra is linked with twin horses. So I can also say that during this transit, during the next few days or few weeks, one must do something related to animal welfare, protection of animals. So this is something which can be good, and we might see some sort of a drastic steps that some of the governments across the world might take in terms of protection of wildlife or animals. At a mundane level that I'm going to talk about is over the next 6 months, we could see some breakthrough transformation in medical sciences, in space research, information technology, and artificial intelligence, and this could also lead to some of the answers that we are trying to seek of our existence. So a lot of things are going to get clear over the next 6 months, which will answer why we exist in this world. You are going to ask yourself, you're going to question yourself and try to uncover and build your self-awareness. Now let's understand the cycle that this particular transit is activating. Both these grahas are making a transit in the nakshatra of Ashwini. Ashwini is the first nakshatra of the zodiac belt. It represents creation, new beginnings. There's a lot of energy in this nakshatra because it is in the sign of Aries. It is the first nakshatra. Mars is the ruler of Aries. Mars is all about energy. It is the driver of energy. This particular conjunction, the transit, is activating the first cycle. The first cycle is all about self. It is about your body. It is about your own transformation. It is about your health. So it is time to put a lot of focus on your own self, on your self-confidence, time in terms of improving your lifestyle in order for you to become a better person so that you can perform at work, you can build good relationships, and you can have a very healthy life. I'd also like to share with you that wherever the sign of Scorpio is in your chart, that is going to witness some positive results over the next few weeks because Ketu gets exalted in the sign of Scorpio and both Jupiter and Rahu will have an exact conjunction in the nakshatra of Ashwini. Therefore, Scorpio as a sign is going to have some sort of positive results. Now, Scorpio, in a general sense, it is the natural 8th house of the Kalpurusha chart. Scorpio is all about transformation. It is about sudden change, sudden ups and downs. It is a very karmic sign. This also indicates things that we do for our own self that help us in our transformational journey. So please make a note where the sign of Scorpio is and how it is going to have a positive impact on you over the next few weeks. So all in all, I'd like to say this is no time for fear mongering. There's a lot of hype around the Guru Chandal yoga. If this was happening in any of the other signs, then I could conclude that Rahu is in strength and he has a greater say. But please remember, there's only one planet that can control Rahu. There's only one graha that can overpower Rahu, and that is Jupiter. Over the last few months, 90% of the consultations that I have done are either related to a transit of Rahu or Rahu is playing a role in the Dasha, Antardasha or Pratanta Dasha. Okay. Jupiter is the ultimate remedy for Rahu. If you strengthen your Jupiter, if you do any prayers related to Jupiter, which is if you worship Lord Shiva, if you worship Brihaspati, if you chant mantras related to Jupiter, Rahu will be in control and it will help you to make better decisions, to transform yourself, to do things differently. Now, 2 mantras that you can use during this time. These are specific bija mantras of the nakshatra of Ashwini. Okay, it's very simple. The first mantra is Om Am. Is the sound here. The second mantra is Om Im. Now, if you chant both these mantras for 108 times over the next few weeks, you are likely to witness some sort of positive results of this transit. So make sure you start doing it as early as you can. So this is about Jupiter and Rahu's transit and exact conjunction on 27th of May. I hope you liked this video. In case you're new, please subscribe to my channel, share it with your friends, and if you wish to book a personalized consultation with me, check out the links in the comment section and you can reach out to my website. I hope that Jupiter continues to shower its wisdom on all of us. Thank you very much.